Party's on Warden versus Rivera. Step forward, please.
40-year-old Chris Warden claimed he rented his guest house to auto detailer Michelle Rivera, but she ran up huge phone bills and caused widespread damage.
Order, all rise. Now, this is number 52 on the calendar in the matter of Warden versus Rivera. Parties have been sworn in. Judge, you may be seated.
Mr. Warden, you rented a room in your home to the defendant. It's a room that's attached to your house in the back, according
to the garage, yes.
And you were charging her a nominal rent, a couple $100s a month?
Yes.
Now you're suing her for $5,000.
Yes.
She, in turn, has decided to countersue you for $5,000. And I assume, since they're both nice round numbers, each of you is going to tell me why you're suing the other for $5,000. Go.
Well, a couple months after she moved in, the phone bill started going up. So I told her that she would have to take care of that as part of the rent. She agreed. Well, several months later, it got up really high, about $1,900.
For a phone bill?
Phone bill, yes.
Who do you talk to? Madam, who do you talk to for $1,900?
It was a friend of mine that was calling collect.
From where?
Oakland and Hawaii.
Calling collect on his phone?
Yeah, well, I was paying the bill for his phone bill as well.
Listen, whenever my husband complains, I'm going to get a copy of that phone bill and stick it in front of his face.
I've got plenty.
I have too.
So how much do you owe him for the phone?
I've paid amounts. I have them all written down here. For the phone, I've made a $1,000 payment right before I moved out of the house.
How much does she still owe you for the phone?
About $1,500.
Do you have proof of that, sir? She says she owes you about $300.
Okay, well.
Around that area.
Here we go. I can give you all these, Your Honor.
No, don't give them to me. Show them to her. Please. Look at them.
Okay.
Take
so these are your only receipts, right?
Listen to me. Those are the phone bills. Is that correct?
These are the phone bills.
Yes.
All right. Just a second.
I've taken full responsibility for the phone bill. And
So how much do you owe him for the phone?
Well, I moved out because he changed the locks on my door.
I didn't ask you anything about locks. I asked you about phone.
I don't know. I don't know the total amount.
What's the total amount there, sir?
$1,538.38.
Those for long distance and collect calls?
Yes.
Good. Bert, could I have those, please? All right. What else?
She had me arrested.
For what?
For battery.
Okay, tell me about that, sir.
Well, okay. I confronted her about the phone bill many times, and she skipped out on this many times. So I finally saw her going past the window, so I got out of the house and I stopped her and said, Michelle, what about the phone bill? And she said, I'm in a hurry, I'm in a hurry. I said, no, just tell me when you're going to pay. Well, one thing led to another, and she's in her truck, and I grabbed the keys because I didn't want her to leave. I wanted to know when I was going to get this phone bill because she was 90% moved out.
You grabbed the keys?
I grabbed the keys.
From where?
From her ignition.
Okay.
Anyway, I didn't get them all the way in my hand. They fell to the floor. Anyway, a couple guys pulled up, and she was crying, so I just let her leave. So about 3 hours later, I see a flashlight shining through my back window, and it's the police. So I go out there, and they talk to me a little bit, and they say, well, Michelle says you assaulted her, and we're going to arrest you. And I said, well, you know, look at her. There's no marks on her. And she says, well, we know, but if she wants you arrested for battery, we have to arrest you. Otherwise, it's a felony on us.
So you were arrested?
So I was arrested, and the end result of that was I went to court, got very sick in court, had to go to the hospital. I had to pay a $506 fine for disturbing the peace because there was no evidence for
So why did you have to pay a fine? Did
well,
you have a trial?
I paid the fine because I was...
Did you have a trial,
No.
Mr. Warden? So you pled guilty to disturbing the peace?
Yes, I did.
So you pled guilty to disturbing the peace, and your penalty was a fine?
Yes.
So what do you want her to pay that for? Why didn't you go to trial?
It was her fault.
No.
Well, okay.
No,
I got
Mr.
sick
Warden,
that day.
Mr. Warden,
Okay.
you have to understand, sir. If you had gone to trial and you were acquitted and you wanted to sue her for damages, for your costs, your attorney's fees, lost wages, whatever,
Okay.
that's legitimate. But when you go to court and you plead guilty, then you can't say, well, I'm going to plead guilty, I'll take whatever consequences there are, and then I'm going to go sue her. Because what you said was I disturbed the peace in this incident. Right?
Right.
Well, I'm not going to go behind that, sir. You pled guilty.
Okay.
The judge say to you, you're telling the truth when you're pleading guilty, Mr. Warden?
No. I just signed a paper.
Well, did you read the paper?
Yeah, I signed away my rights and the little thing they gave me, yes.
You signed away your rights, and
Yeah.
it said, the piece of paper that you signed, this is an acknowledgement that you are pleading guilty to these charges.
Yes, you're right.
You are giving up your rights to have a trial. You have an absolute right under the Constitution of
yes.
this state. You understand that?
Yes.
Okay, so forget that amount of money. What's
All
next?
right,
But I want to
well-
find out, did you have him arrested?
Yes, I did.
Why?
Because he grabbed me by my neck and
Just a second. Are you telling me he grabbed you by your neck?
he grabbed me by my neck and pinned me up against the seat in my truck.
Tell me how that happened, Miss Rivera.
I came home from work, and well, just before that, Chris was always leaving notes on my door. I have a 3-year-old child, and he threatens me in front of my child. He throws trash cans at my front door.
Why didn't you move?
I was in the process of moving. I told him, I gave him notice that I would be out by the 30th of the month. And meanwhile, he's making my life miserable. He's left notes on my door saying that I'm not allowed to have any boys staying at my house.
Just late night visitors. She
No,
had
that's
traffic
not what
through
the
my
note
house
says.
all night long.
I did not. Here's the notes that he would pin to my door with
me
steak
see 'em.
knives. Here's more.
Did you write all these notes, sir?
Well, I don't see them, but I did leave notes on her
Well,
door
I'm going to
telling
show
her.
them to you. Why didn't you just move to evict her?
Well, I made it clear that she was only supposed to be there a few months. She wasn't supposed to be there. That wasn't a rental property. It's not a rental room. I only let her move there as a favor.
What else are you suing her for, Mr. Warden?
Well, at the court, I was very sick. And one of the reasons I just wanted to get out of there that day and be done with it, I went to the hospital that night. And I spent the night in the hospital that night, stress related. And then 2 days later, I had surgery. And I lost a month of work because of that.
Yeah.
And it was all due to stress, this stress. I can't believe the things she was doing.
And the fact that you've been under stress and strain as a result of this incident, sir, is not something that I intend to compensate you for. You entered into this agreement with her, and if you had an illegal tenancy in the back of your house, that's something that you have to deal with if you're doing something that's illegal. If you can't have her evicted, right? The law is there for your protection as well as the tenant's protection. If you have a room that you're not supposed to rent out to somebody, you can't evict them, and if they make your life miserable, as she did, told me, then you take your chances if you can't get her out. You understand that?
Yes, I do.
All right, so
and I
she's
knew
not
I was taking my chances when
well,
she
you
moved
take
in.
your chances, but she owes you for the phone bill. That's absolutely clear, $1,538. As I said, that's some hefty phone bill. Now, Miss Rivera, you've countersued him for $5,000. I'd like to hear about this.
Well, initially, I wasn't planning on suing anybody. After the arrest, I felt really bad. I felt bad in the first place because he was a friend. I went through a lot of emotional stress during the months that I was living there because of these notes and the things that he was, the way he was behaving.
A lot of those notes, madam, refer to the phone bill.
Okay, but
Just a second. A lot of the notes refer to the phone bill. He rented you a place to stay for $200 a month, which is very cheap, and you had access to his phone, and you went into and you used his phone, and as far as I'm concerned, abused his phone by having total strangers call collect his phone collect to the tune of $1,900 and $1,000. That's outrageous, right? And when he asks you for the money, you blow him off. What do you expect him to do? Kiss you on both cheeks?
No,
Ms. Rivera, you're not going to stand there and look and say to me, well, you know, I didn't do anything wrong. You did. You did do something wrong. So you want to tell me again why you think I should even consider giving you $5,000 and for what?
I didn't blow him off on the phone bill. I made payments. I have the list of the
You
payments
owe
that
him
I've made.
$1,538 that he hasn't been paid. You think the phone company is going to say to him, I'll wait until see the outcome of what happens when you go to court? He's got to pay it.
The phone bill is paid as of this morning. I've called the phone company this morning before I came in here and verified there's right now a $26.62.
What does that have to do with you? Did you pay it?
No, when I left the house, I had to move out of my house at 11 o'clock at night, all of my belongings,
Hey,
with
listen,
my child.
you acknowledge, if I believed you, what you said in your papers at least, you said, well, I maybe owe him $300 on a phone bill.
Yeah.
Right? I want to tell you something. That's outrageous. When did you move out?
I moved out on, I believe, May 8th.
So for a couple of months, how dare you owe him $300, if I believe you, $300 on a phone bill. And it was a lot more than $300. The fact that he's paid it so that he would be able to maintain his phone in his house, right, is none of your business. I want to know why you think he owes you anything.
Well, basically, with the phone bill part, I wasn't going to go back to his house again after he assaulted me. I mean, that was very clear. When he got out of jail in the morning, he called my voicemail and left a message that I now owe him another $250 for his bail. It's just a matter of playing games. I was waiting for this battery case to go up into court. I haven't been notified yet that he even had a trial date. I wasn't going to put myself in that, seat to go there where he can abuse me some more.
I want to tell you something. I don't see that he abused you, and I'm not considering the fact that the district attorney allowed him to plead guilty to disorderly conduct rather than to an assault, even an assault misdemeanor, as evidence of the fact that he actually assaulted you on the day in question. Assault to a plea of guilty to disorderly conduct is hardly a felony. It's not even a misdemeanor. It's probably in this jurisdiction no more than a violation. Now, you still haven't told me why you think he owes you a quarter, Miss Rivera.
Well, I didn't want to file a countersuit against
Good,
him.
then you didn't.
Okay.
Judgment in this case is for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,538. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out. Out the back door to your right, please.
Thank you.
It's none of your business what I do.
That's right.
Okay.
And I don't care what you do.
Good, and I don't care what you do either.
Good. You stay away from my house. And
I don't come near your house. I don't
You
touch
do.
your car. You think
Yes,
I really
you
waste
do.
my time on you?
Yes, you have.
Because I haven't given you a second thought since I left there.
Baloney. Then why
You're
are you
sick.
here?
You're sick. Well,
What
you
a
grabbed me by my
bitch.
neck and you know it.
I did not touch
Go
you.
ahead, call
Where-
names.
Show me
Feel
some
good?
marks.
You feel good?
You think
Feel good?
I'd break your neck if I touched you?
Are you
You're
threatening me?
just no. I never threatened you. Never.
Parties on Sanchez versus Stemwettle. Step forward, please.
22-year-old student Christian Sanchez is suing his ex-fiancée, 23-year-old Amy Stemwettle, for money he claims she owed him when they broke up. Amy says he tried to blackmail her with a nude photo.
You were together for how many years?
About a year and a half.
That's right. About that time.
And during that year and a half, you lived together for a relatively short period of time. How long?
About 6
From
months.
June to end of September.
And you say that the defendant owes you some $755. Is that right?
Yeah. Yes.
Tell me for what?
It's for rent, phone bills, and cable bills.
You moved into an apartment together,
Yes.
A house.
House.
a house. Signed a lease?
Yes.
Both your names? And what happened, Mr. Sanchez?
Well, our engagement, we broke up, and she was looking.
When?
We broke up on August 9th, '95.
Why?
It just didn't work out.
Okay. But according to your complaint, the defendant lived in the house after August of '95.
Yes, she did.
How did that come about?
Well, she asked to live a little longer because she was looking for a place to stay.
Is that right?
Yeah, I was looking for an apartment at the time.
So you broke up on August 9th. When did you finally move out of this house?
Probably the beginning of October.
And what arrangements had you made for the bills during that time?
We arranged that she asked, like, she knew that she owed me money. And she,
Don't tell me what she knew. What conversation did you have?
how to arrange the monthly installments. She wanted to pay by monthly installments what she owed me.
What did she owe you for?
The rent, the phone, and the cable bills.
You mean from August 9th until the beginning of October? That's 2 months.
It started from May 26, '95, when she started accruing a debt to me.
Is that right?
No, we were engaged. We were living like we were married. We put all of our money together, and he would write all the checks.
So according to you, you didn't owe him any money?
Mm-mm.
How much was the whole rent on the house?
Per month,
Yes.
$500.
Well, for the time that you lived there after you broke your engagement and you were looking for a place to live, Were you paying him rent?
No, we
Contributing
lived,
towards the rent?
we had one conversation about it, and I had said that he had asked for half the rent, and I said that I'd pay half the rent if he paid half the groceries and did half of the work around the house, and he wouldn't do that.
So you bought all the groceries?
Yeah, that's pretty much how it was. I would do the shopping and I would do the cooking.
Well, did he agree to that? Did he agree that you would just do the work around the house in exchange for your share of rent? Did he say that's okay?
Well, it was just another argument. There was never an agreement made either way.
According to your complaint, Mr. Sanchez, there was a conversation that you had with the defendant where she said to you, how much do I owe you? And you said,
I just gave, it was like, I just said $400, call it even, you know.
you remember that conversation?
Nothing came up about the $400 until I called him about, I think it was this past February, and he had...
What'd you call him for?
He had a picture of me that I wanted back. And when I asked for the picture, he said, well, you can have the picture if you give me $400.
Just a picture that I assume that you wouldn't like around.
Right.
Did you get your picture back?
I did get the picture, but I don't know that he doesn't have copies or didn't show everyone in his fraternity.
You'll never know, but you got your picture back.
I got the picture back.
Okay. You didn't do anything like that,
No.
sir, did you?
No.
Okay. Ms. Stemwendel, can you prove to me what monies you contributed to the house from during the months of August, September, those 2 months? Can you?
No, I kept no records of that. I didn't think that it was really necessary.
Well, it seems fair to me that while you were living in the same house and yet not engaged, once you had broken this engagement, that you should pay half of the rent, half of the utilities, half of everything else, because you're no longer in a situation where you're moving towards a marriage. You're in a situation where you're moving out the door, right? So give me some idea of what you say you contributed during this 2-month period.
Well, while I was going to school, I was a nanny, and I probably brought in $150 or $200 a week, and that, I'd say 100 of it would go towards the bills that we were paying together.
Do you remember her giving you any money during this period, sir?
She didn't give me anything.
She gave you no money.
No money.
And could you prove that you gave him any money?
No, I would have no proof of it, because a lot of times being a nanny, I'd be paid in cash, too.
I think it's only reasonable. Your initial agreement, according to you, was $400. That's certainly most fair, considering that the rent was $500. You agree with that a month, which means for the 2 months it was $1,000 that you were living there, which means if you just paid for rent alone, your share would have been $500, right?
Okay.
Okay, and that doesn't include utilities, phone, anything else. Now, during that time, if you bought groceries, it certainly didn't come to that kind of money. Your oral contract, which I believe was for $400, so it's very easy. Judgment in this case is for the plaintiff in the amount of $400. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, so excuse you may step out the back to your right. Who's on Dersawa versus Dersawa? Step forward, please.
67-year-old retired machinist Max Dershua is suing his son, Max Jr., 42, because he removed his father's guns from his home. He's asking for attorney fees he paid to get the guns back.
Order. All rise. Yeah, this is case number 460 on the calendar in the matter of Dersawa versus Dersawa. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Ma'am, have a seat, please.
Are you Mrs. Dersawa?
Yes, I am.
Mr. Dersawa, do you think your son loves you?
I don't know.
Let me tell you what he says. Your papers indicate that your son removed some guns from your house that were your guns,
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
Your son says that he removed the guns from your house because he was concerned about you and concerned for his mother.
Yes.
Do you think he had reason to be concerned?
Yes, I certainly do.
Why were you concerned about your father's safety and your mother's safety?
Both of them. There have been very violent fights between the two of them, several 911 calls. My father had 2 strokes. My mom had 1. During that time, there were 3 Also, were 3 suicide attempts by my father. I had just learned of it, that that's what the events were on the 3rd one, and I removed the guns at that time. After I removed the guns, a 4th attempt was made, where he attempted also to take my mom with him, as he put it.
How?
She went to make a 911 call because she found him in the car. He had stabbed himself in the arm. And this was on my birthday. And she went to make the 911 call, and he grabbed her, put her on the ground, throttled her throat, and said he was going to take her with him.
And how long ago was that?
That was about 3.5 years ago.
And your parents are separated
Yes.
since?
During that time is when he asked for the weapons back, was right when they started separation. And I asked him, I said, Dad, I don't want to give them back to you. What do you need them for? And he said that he needed them for the money. I told him I would be glad to purchase them from him at that time. He said he was not interested in me having the firearms and was going to do anything he could to get me free of them.
Mr. Dursua,
Yes.
Senior, is everything that your son says so far accurate?
Yes, it is.
Don't you think he did the smart thing by removing the guns?
Yes, I certainly do think that he did the right thing, and I thanked him very much for taking on the responsibility of removing the guns from the house.
But what do you want now, sir?
I asked for the guns to be returned to me,
Why do you
and
need
he refused to return the guns to me, and I told him at that time that they were my personal property. They did not belong to him or anybody else except me, and that I wanted them back.
What do you want them for?
I originally wanted them back to hang on the wall as mementos of my childhood. And since then, I was flexible and had second thoughts, and I thought, jeepers, I'm in fairly good health, I'm in good frame of mind, and there's no reason why I should not have the guns. And I told him to return them to me. They are my personal property, and when I thanked you for them, that did mean that you could keep them for the rest of your life. They are mine, and I want them, and I want you to return them to me. And if you don't return them to me, I am going to take you to court. If it costs me a lot of money in attorney's fees, I am going to expect you to reimburse me the attorney fees that it cost me to get the guns back. And he didn't listen to me, I don't think.
He seems like a pretty responsible young man that you raised, and a very nice young man. You ever had any difficulty with him before? Huh?
Yes, many times.
Okay. As an adult, sir,
Yeah.
how old are you?
I'm 42 years old,
Married or single?
married.
You have children?
No.
Are you employed?
Yes.
What kind of-
Self-employed. I'm a photographer and hairstylist.
You remain close with your mother?
Yes.
Is that right?
I would like to say one thing, that it seems to me when my husband is angry at me, he tries to take it out on him because he knows how close we are.
How many children do you have?
I have 2, Tim and Max Dursaway.
Are you the older brother?
Yes.
Where are the guns now?
The guns are at a friend of the family's house.
You put a value in your complaint on these guns of $500.
Yes.
None of us live forever, Mr. Dershowitz. What did you suppose would happen to these guns when you were no longer here?
I really couldn't care less.
Well, that's a good attitude. I mean, it really is. It's a good attitude.
I hope they're safe, and I hope that if anybody does get them, that they are in as good a shape as I believe that they are at the present time.
Did you at one time have issued against you by any court an order of protection or a restraining order with regard to your wife?
Yes,
And when was that?
most of last year.
At the same time that he requested the guns back from me.
Okay. Does anybody have a copy of this restraining order?
I do.
May I see it, please? How long were you and your wife married?
It'll be 43 years. I can tell you, June 10th, this year. And I'm still going to be married on June 10th if I'm alive.
Have there been divorce proceedings filed?
No, we both agreed to a separation. However, we agreed to a separation a long time ago, and she decided, for some reason or another, that she would make it legal and go through the legal procedures of getting a separation. So she hired an attorney, and then I hired an attorney to protect my rights, because at that time she told me that she was going to take everything she could get.
Are you living alone now, sir?
Yes.
Do you see your other son? Do you visit with your other son?
Well, when I get an opportunity.
Where does he live?
He lives in Riverside.
That's not so far away. You have grandchildren?
Yes, 2 grandchildren.
Do you visit with them?
Yes, usually they come down to the house where I'm living, and it's so short visit, I hardly even know that they've been there.
Mr. Dershowitz, I am, quite frankly, sir, sympathetic with your position to this extent. What you're saying to me is, I'm a grown-up, I'm an adult, I have all my faculties about me, and I don't want my children to start to make decisions for me about what's good and what's bad. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, perfect.
On the other side of that coin, sir, I am really most sympathetic with your son. Because if he were the one who returned these guns to you, and you used one of these guns either to harm yourself or to harm his mother, his life's over. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
His life is over.
Yes.
And I don't think any parent would want that for their child. I mean, if you came here, Mr. Dershowitz, and said to me, I've never done anything to suggest to my son that I would harm myself or harm his mother, and he really has no basis to be concerned about these guns that are mine, I would feel very differently, sir. But that's not the case. You have attached a financial amount of money in your lawsuit.
Yes.
You are suing for money. And I will feel more comfortable. So put the burden on me so that maybe you can make friends with your son again. I am going to give you a judgment for the money. And I am going to direct you, sir, to ensure that these guns, which are mementos of your father's history, you know, he's had them in his family for years. I don't know whether your brother has sons who might be interested in having these hunting rifles at some point in their lives, but he would, despite the fact that he says he doesn't care what happens to him when he's gone, I think he would probably like to know that they remain in his family, for whatever reason.
Yes.
Fine. So I'm going to give you, sir, a judgment for the exact amount that you are requesting, and you keep the guns safe. Got it?
Okay.
Good. Thank you.
As I'll excuse you, may step out. Here you are, sir. Back to your right, please.
Dear